A little over 400 free games were released on the Android and iOS last July. With another month down, we present you with another list of the top 15 free mobile games arranged by play scores. You can find the complete list on our website whattoplay.com, link on the description box below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell. Haunted Heartbeats Horror Otome Romance Novel. Otome romance novels are a godsend, and even more so in these unprecedented times. But with Haunted Heartbeats, romance comes in twisted supernatural forms. As a member of the occult club, your discovery of a secret has since led to an outbreak of murder. It's up to you and your club to find out who the next victim will be and put a stop to the killings. All that while finding the love of your life, because what better way to do so than that? Your choices and your choice of ad opportunities will fuel your investigation and your search for love. It gets a gamer score of 9.38. Age of Apes. Tap for Fun creates another environment of building, innovation, and battles, this time set in a distant Age of Apes. You might expect it to be just another Clash of Clans clone, but it seems to have a wider scope of strategy concepts in its world of perpetual horde battles. Compete for resources against other hordes, build up your own city, and win the race towards the banana in the sky. Aside from its unique gameplay functions, it also boasts a lot of functionality in terms of team strategies and attacks. It has a gamer score of 9.40. Shadow Knight. Hack and slash games are great for when you just hit things. Now with this game from FanzyPan Limited, you can get that kind of action on the comforts of your mobile phone. Telling the story of a Shadow Knight who dives into hell to bring back the light into a world sunk into despair. Use your skills and magical abilities to plow through the waves of monsters and demons that come your way. What makes it even more compelling is that its dark, silhouetted visual style make for animations that are smooth, fast, and exciting. It receives a game score of 9.40. Riding Cubes. Sometimes all you need is a light, casual time killer, and Riding Cubes definitely fits that. Take to their neon environments and slide across their simple tracks populated with bricks and diamonds. The game is essentially a balancing act between survival and scores. Bump into similarly colored blocks to take them into your stead, and use them as fodder against the brick obstacles that lay in your path to a new high score. It's simple, straightforward, but also sneakily addictive. A perfect company in small weights, it gets a gamer score of 9.41. Battle Legion Mass Battler. A casual game for hardcore battle fans. There might have been some mass battlers out there before, but they don't seem to look as good as this one. Using visuals that are familiar to longtime mobile gamers, Battle Legion makes planning out war tactics seem simple. You'll have all the freedom of picking out your units, whether it's close combat warriors, archers, fortifications, and so much more. Decide which layout will bode well against a limitless pool of opponents and their own variety of gameplay styles. Strategy for both casuals and veterans, it gets a gamer score of 9.42. Phantom Rose Scarlet. It's always impressive to find games carved out of nothingness by solo developers. We had one of those gems last month in this roguelike adventure by Macaroll. On the surface, it may seem like a run-of-the-mill mobile game, but it hides a lot of uniqueness and complexity within its card-based gameplay. Build your deck with their over 100 different cards, experiment with different playstyles to discover what works for you, and dive into dungeons packed with challenging monsters. Another great strategy game, it gets a gamer score of 9.45. Soda Dungeon 2. The sequel to one of the best RPGs on the iOS has finally arrived on the Android. After a furious battle with the Dark Lord in one dimension, it's time to climb back up the ladders of role-playing riches in another. Just like the first game, you won't have to do it all alone. Just upgrade your local tavern with chairs and the best sodas money can buy, and loot the Dark Lord's dungeons once again. Still presented with detailed pixel visuals and the same tongue-in-cheek humor, the sequel definitely lives up to the original, and it receives a gamer score of 9.45. Did you know your reviews can influence the play score? Register now at whattoplay.com and start reviewing games. Link on the description box below.
遅くまで残業してりゃ偉いとでも思ってんのか。
Agaretsuko. An anime about a cute red panda that sings death metal at night may not be the best poster girl for the contemplative Match 3 puzzle game, but developers Hive somehow make it work, injecting the mad fury of Retsuko in between her quiet office life antics. Gather around the animals in their calm puzzle games, ask for help and boost from her friendly coworkers, and conquer the day without breaking out in anger. For fans of the show, you'll even be able to watch the episodes from inside the game itself. It has a gamer score of 9.46 on the iOS and 9.39 on the Android. Kite Flying Festival Challenge. Kite flying is a sport many enjoy around the world, and now you can enjoy it even without the wind, cuts, and glue. As far as the app goes, it's a pretty bare-bones game. Get into the action by aligning yourself with one of the kites, and alternating between pulling and letting go to cut the rival kites. With enough wins, you'll be able to buy and collect a variety of different kite designs. For people who haven't played the sport, it might be hard to get into, and we'd be willing to bet it's not quite as exciting as the real thing. Still, it gets a gamer score of 9.51. Awakening the Eclipse Otome Romance Game. Like we said before, Otome romance games are a godsend, especially in unprecedented times like today. With Awakening of the Eclipse, we get a taste of new romance as a junior college student that's swept away into bloody nightmares and into the arms of the man of her dreams. You'll have 3 guys vying for your attention. Your choices, and maybe a few minutes worth of ads, will eventually decide which heart you will win forever. All the drama and romance without the heartbreak. It receives a gamer score of 9.57. Marvel Duel. The card game genre has set itself apart with the simplicity of its gameplay and the seriousness of its strategy. Marvel Duel shows us what gaming today is capable of, featuring their iconic roster of heroes and supervillains. Watch the card battles come alive as you aim to outwit each of your opponents in a bid to restore the Marvel Universe.
For Jotunheim!
I'm hurt!
You face Thor Odinson, God of Thunder!
Heavy as it is, it might be exciting for fans to watch their favorite characters interact in battle in full 3D cinematics. If you can sit through a few of their post-launch bugs, it may be worth your time with a gamer score of 9.59. Solitaire Klondike Fish. While Solitaire is already a pretty solid choice for a free mobile game, this entry takes recreation to another level. Not only do you get the basic Solitaire experience in a simple, clear-cut manner, you also get to do it in the comforts of the undersea environment, along with cute fishes and a cool blue backdrop. This might sound like a Mafia job gone wrong, but it is actually a pretty neat experience that even guides you through each game with some helpful hints. While there's still the usual ads, they never get in the way of the full Solitaire experience. It receives a gamer score of 9.68.
選ばせてやるよ。罪に飲まれるか、罪を食らうか。汚れた定めで答えを刻め。
Tales of Christoria. The Tales series has been giving us some of the best that JRPGs can offer from console to console, and now they're conquering the mobile too. In Tales of Christoria, we have a brand new adventure that expands our appreciation for the long-running series. Christoria is a relatively generous game that lets you choose your starter characters, reward you with the gems, and get to know characters from the Tales world. Still a bit bogged down by gacha elements and premium currencies, it gets a play score of 7.40. Good Sudoku by Zach Gage. Sudoku is not an easy game to learn, but thankfully through the valiant efforts of Zach Gage and Zach Schlesinger, even the humblest beginners will find a way to enjoy this classic puzzle game. Good Sudoku has a few features that will hold your hand through the first steps. With Focus Mode, find the best house, rows, and columns for each selected number, and sift through each of the 9 digits till you've found a home for each one. The full package will open you up to an Atlas experience, as well as a number of modes and customizations. It has a play score of 8.10. Creaks. The first thing you'll probably notice about the game is just how gorgeous it looks. Another game from Amanita Designs, the makers of Botanicula and Samarost, Creaks takes you on an adventure around a gloomy yet magical world of labyrinthine hallways, levers, and creepy bird-like monsters. It's definitely a premium-looking experience, and if you're wondering what the catch is, it's only free to Apple Arcade subscribers. If you have time to try out Apple's new service for free, you'll get to experience our #1 title with a play score of 8.44. We keep track of all the new games released on Android and iOS. For more free-to-play titles, see you next month for another list of the best free Android and iOS games.